So this week, it happened that there was another chess cheating scandal, and it was based on the fact that a player, maybe from Brazil, then it was discovered that it was a grandmaster from the US under an anonymous account. In any case, he played this kind of opening and he won a match against Daniel Naroditsky, which is a very good blitz player. This game is not between Jacobson, or maybe it's not Jacobson, I don't know honestly, because the problem is that, in my opinion, chess.com at a certain point needs to use for these title players accounts that are public with their name and last name, so it's clear who is playing and everybody takes responsibility for whatever they do, no? In any case, this was the opening that obviously nobody who actually taught chess would tell their own pupils or students, hey, play this opening. So what's going on here? Well, the thing is that in Blitz, things are strange. In this case, Magnus Carlsen, that is white, is 3,200 points, a little more. Against this Pereki, that we don't know who is, that is 2,500. And he was able to win. He was able to win. So imagine that, right? So watch the game, because this is very interesting. Now, Black didn't play something like e5, attacking that. So, what does he do? He plays g3. In reality, just to tell you one thing, because this is the good thing to have chess base, I saw that another game was played in 2023 with this opening, and this was the move that was played in that game. Also in that case it was one of these title Tuesday, and so it's kind of interesting to see what happened. In that game they played up to here, and at this point it seems, I don't know, the Fritz shows it up to this move 9, but Black won the game. In that case, Black was just at 2,300 against 2,500. Okay? So let's return to Magnus Carlsen, that probably has studied the opening, prepared himself, and so he did this. Notice, this rook, that is generally put here for a reason, because the beginner wants to bring the rook out because he feels that he's strong. In reality, it doesn't have good squares, so that's the problem, right? Okay, now let's watch the game and see what happens here. Tack, tack. At this point, Fritz 18 says Black has an edge. And we believe Fritz 18 because in any case is stronger than us, of a multitude. Because this is what people don't understand. Fritz 18 is maybe only 3,200. And you say, oh, but it's like Magnus Carlsen online. No, no, no. It's 3,200 against other computers, not against humans. Because maybe against humans it's like 5,000. And that's the reality of it, right? Okay. It seems Queen C2 maybe wasn't the best. The best for the engine is this. I let Fritz 18 analyze the games during the night. Strangely, I think there is a bug because I gave 10 seconds per move. Fritz 18 took all night long. I don't know. Just to analyze like 10 games. In any case, Fritz 18 arrives very, very deep. Okay. Here once more, our friend Fritz 18 says this is the move white should have played. So it corrects the world champion. D4 also is not so good, it seems. The best move is this, E4. Why? Because after knight d4, this takes e4, queen takes e4, and rook takes a5, black is better. For the engine, obviously. And now d3. Rook takes e5, bd2, knight c5, knight b3, takes, knight d7. There, takes d3, takes d3. Bishop f5, bishop d2, and now there is another interesting move. Look at this move. It's rook takes a4. Rook takes a4. Bishop takes d3. Queen a2. Here, if you think about it, it seems that there is another. It says, I don't know if it's true. It says rook a5, but it doesn't make any sense, rook a5. But I don't know. Queen a2. Okay, so I understood what he says. He says now rook a5 would win. So, oops, the thing had to be moved, in fact. Okay, let's go on. Not really important. Bishop take f1, bishop take f1. Now black must prevent this move, because that's the problem. And again, he continued to do it. Tack, tack, and bishop h6. This move loses the game. How, you say? Well, try to discover it. Pause the video and discover what you would do if you were white. The move, obviously, it's amazing. Knight takes f7. Obviously, the world champion finds immediately the move of a discover attack. Why it's a discover attack? Because tack and tack. So, as you can see, it's kind of difficult to beat Magnus Carlsen. G5. And here there is a thing that some people came out to say, but you see, why they ban we saw, I don't know if I pronounce it right, and they don't ban Magnus Carlsen. Maybe the difference is that Magnus Carlsen is also World Blitz champion, and this we saw, and if he is Jacobson, or then he's not world champion in Blitz, no, right? What does that mean? That Magnus Carlsen actually present himself at the World Championship Blitz and Rapid and wins them. So probably there is a big difference, right? And then there is also another thing. I think those games by Wisu, for which he has been banned, they do have a lot of mistakes. But those mistakes are computer mistakes. I don't know if you notice now, but there are many type of engines. And they make silly mistakes in order to try to simulate a human play. They are not like humans, but they make those silly mistakes. And so one think, one didn't use the engine because of this mistake. But obviously you don't understand that in chess, especially in engines, they have gone quite forward in this. In fact, the latest Fritz 18 has these 6 characters that have 6 different personalities and that have different ways to play chess. And they make mistakes, okay? Mistakes that sometimes in a blitz game it's a little difficult to find, but when the blitz game is analyzed, you see all the mistakes, but they are not made by a human. So this is a kind of important thing. In any case, so this was game number 1 of a title Tuesday, and obviously Carlsen won. Look how beautiful it is. The bishop pair is a killer against the rook. But even against 2 rooks, I have seen some things when I played against a computer, but oh my god, when he has the bishop pair, the computer, he makes things that are crazy. So it's kind of crazy. And in fact, at this point, even Fritz18 says, this pair of bishop is nice. Or maybe I should try to make a German accent. But I don't know how to make a German accent. And now obviously the threat is g5, rook c1, g5. No? The idea obviously, at this point, how do you stop? That pawn, that all the squares are under control of the bishop pairs. And of course, notice that you couldn't play this move. That would have been a mistake. Why? Because tack, tack, and tack. And at this point, probably is black the one who should be winning, right? So be careful what you do also in the end. g5, king f7. It seems the best move wasn't king f7, but king e7, f5, and rook d1. But of course, the game is nearly over practically. g6, king e7, g7, rook g1, and bishop g5, and the game is over because Magnus Carlsen won by resignation. I hope you enjoyed this game. I will show also game number 2 and the other because I'm just curious to see them, okay, with this kind of strange opening.